Hi, my name is Sruti. I'm an author and spiritual teacher who writes about and discusses my experience with chronic pain. I've outlined my illness in previous videos and also how I recommend dealing with chronic pain in the links below to my book and my audiobook. In brief, and I'm so sorry for those who have seen this before, it becomes a little repetitive. I talk about how we can allow pain to erase the layers of who we are, erase our mind, our feelings, and even our sense of being in a body, back to our awareness, back to who we are that can even see eyesight. That consciousness that we are, beyond even consciousness itself, is who we truly are and how we can truly deal with pain. If we don't do this, the alternative is to use pain to externalize and blame others, creating what we call scapegoat society, in which we make people into objects of blame, objects upon which to place blame, and create an objectification of all people, but especially women in society. This leads to women being objectified in what we call rape culture. It leads to sexual violence and, of course, to rape. Reversing rape in society, and therefore reversing all of oppression in society, depends on how we deal with pain. That is why I speak, and that is what I think is the most important transformation we can have across all sectors of society, including economic inequalities, racial inequalities, and all kinds of gender inequalities. Today, I want to talk about some barriers to this feminist understanding, and that is not only pushback from men in society who might not be able to see this, but also women in society who are called anti-feminist women. These women will uphold the values of men above the needs of themselves and the needs of women. They do this because in society, not just in one religion, but across all religions, there is a priority of men as holy and women as not holy. This dichotomy is profoundly untrue. If you see from a spiritual awakening that you yourself are consciousness, and look into the eyes of another human being, especially a woman, and see they are also the same consciousness, that same consciousness is holy, is the source of God itself, how can the woman across from you be any less holy than you? And yet we have religions that see only the Son of God and not the daughter of God. We see Shiva as holy and Parvati as subservient. What we don't see are examples of women who are holy in their own right and worship a female god. The closest we have is in witchcraft, Mother, Maiden, and Crone. Similar to Father, Son, and Holy Ghost, except it has become part of witchcraft rather than part of a holy religion. Witchcraft is deemed as something negative, as something black and bad, whereas religions like Christianity view the Son of God as good, holy, and bright. This is a profoundly unfair way of viewing women and the world. And the anti-feminist woman will uphold a man's religious holiness over the holiness of herself and the holiness of her sisters. You will see her defend men over women and not care about the consequences, even rape itself. You will also see what is called the false matriarch, who is the same. She is in a position of power, but only under the rules of the patriarchy. She upholds the patriarchy to maintain her power at the expense of her sisters. Any woman who fears the threat and the oppression of rape would surely support her sisters in this endeavor, in the endeavor to make women as holy as they always were, and equal in the eyes of a male and female God, and ultimately a God that is beyond both masculine and feminine. Be on the lookout for these false matriarchs and anti-feminist women as you navigate this new terrain in which women are holy, equal, and free from the threat of blame and rape. Thank you.